Justin Honeysuckle, CEO and co-founder of TendedBar. I'm going to play a short video to give you a little insight on what TendedBar is, so I don't have to answer all the video questions on it.
TendedBar is an automated cocktail dispensing system designed to minimize lines and maximize efficiency in high-volume venues such as stadiums, arenas, restaurants, bars, hotels, and cruise ships.
Honest opinion, I thought it was amazing. Top shelf liquor, pour your own drink, add any splash that you want in a fruit, and it didn't even take me 30 seconds, and I was out of line that fast.
Help customers save time. Join us and let's eliminate lines near you.
I'm not sure what's going on with the video here, but basically what TendedBar was an idea from my brother and I when we started back in 2014. It was an idea to move people through a line faster and something that you can all relate to. Every single one of us has stood in line. We've waited for a cocktail at an event, at a concert, at a movie theater, at an airport, name it, you've waited in line for it. Why should we have to do that? We've expedited service in so many different ways across the country in so many different areas. And we said, how can we do that in a cost-effective way and also in something that costs a lot of money per ounce? I mean, right now you're monitoring so many things throughout your life, whether it's gas, whether it's, think of even just a soda fountain right now and how efficient that is on a bag-in-the-box soda fountain compared to pouring out of a can of Coke or a 2-liter. And right now we're still pouring bottles individually for every cocktail served. And the customer's got to have a good experience in that product. They've got to walk out of there knowing that, you know what, I've got a cocktail that I want to drink, that I want to come get a second one, and then I'm going to keep doing it over and over again. And that's really what the foundation of TendedBar was. We really started with that foundation of that experience. From that, we've kind of blown it out of the water and saying, hey, we're going to take an industrialized automation platform and bring it to the common man, and nobody's ever done that before. So from that point, we've basically, in 2019, we launched our first venue right here in Jacksonville at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Our bars right now can go as fast as 35 people in 5 minutes. We're going to go from there. But 35 people in 5 minutes on one 4-screen bar. This has been repetitive at multiple events around the country. And our biggest thing right now is taking a high volume environment that we've been at and launching into the everyday use case. Most recently, we have a contract with Brightline train stations, and we're doing all the premium lounges throughout Brightline High-Speed Rail in Florida. And we just launched our first one in Orlando at the new Terminal C. It went live about a month and a half ago. So it's open every day to the public, as you can see the one right here, and all the rest are going to be done by mid-spring of next year. We operate as a hardware as a service, so we don't sell our machines. We're going in it for the long haul. So we put our machines on in there at our expense, and we're getting paid back either on a leasing fee or a revenue share. There's a couple reasons for doing that. One, we're betting on ourselves that, you know what, this is something you're going to install, and you're going to want to just keep making money. And when we make an improvement to one machine, we want to make it to all machines. That way, when you have an experience in Jacksonville, you have the same experience in Orlando, the same experience in Denver, in LA, and we don't have a machine that's out of date ever. The other side is we contain the data rights for all of our users. So every user who comes to TendedBar is going to have a certain amount of data that's going to be accessible by us. We're going to know what they drank, where they drank, who they drank it with, all those things. So at this point right now, we have done a Series A back in April of 21 for $5 million, which included $3 million in debt and $2 million in equity, which I recently renegotiated to get the $3 million in debt transferred back into equity. And we're doing another round right now for another $5 million, which I have $2 million raised on. And basically looking to fill that round. $1 million of that is coming out of Jacksonville logo right now. And another $1.5 million is coming from our partners in Dallas that have a full manufacturing facility right now ready to go. Currently they develop aerospace products for, it's called Arios, and everything from jet engines to parts for Boeing and Delta.
I'm sorry, I don't know if I heard it. What was your ask?
We have $2.5 million left in our Series B round of a $5 million round.
What was the valuation?
10.
10. Okay, gotcha. So when you're going into these locations and you're setting up the TendedBar, does it leasing the hardware, basically. You don't have to deal with the compliance and liquor licenses and all these kinds of things. Right?
No. Liquor license all revolves around the venue. Liquor is all on the venue. We're basically providing them the margarita machine, for lack of a better word, and they're going to provide all the product.
What's the percent? I'm sorry.
One machine holds up to, one mobile machine holds 10 different liquors, 20 liters each, so 200 bottles of alcohol, technically, and then a full bag-in-the-box mixer system.
What percentage is the lease model versus the revenue share model?
20% off the top for the leasing fee, and a standard 4-screen unit rents at $5,500 a month.
Who would be your competitor?
The regular bartender. I'll be honest, right now, we don't have a strong competitor in the market. There's the Pour My Beers of the world, the beer walls that you see in more of a normal application, like at a pizza joint or something like that. But as far as what we do right now with fresh cocktails, there is not one. There's been a couple that have tried over the years. Actually, our biggest one was a company called Sestra. They went out of business back in March, but right now I don't have one. The long-term effects of what we're trying to do, we really got into it from high volume more in the fact of high volume is probably going to be 15 to 20% of our long-term growth strategy. It's really going to go from high volume, like the events and everything we're in now, to really more of the travel hospitality sector. And then really long-term, it'd be the back of the house at Chili's. There's no reason why a server should have to go to a service bar to get a Jack and Coke when they can get it from a machine, just like they get their Coke or their Diet Coke or iced tea.
Pertaining to sustainability, I remember when Firehouse Subs launched their
Coke machine?
Coke machine, but now you can get it at Zaxby's, McDonald's. How do you own a patent on your machines to where you're able to ensure that this cannot be duplicated in the manner in which you're currently doing it?
We have a patent on modular beverage dispensing, which is not particular to alcohol itself. It's all beverages. So you could, use kombucha in our machine, coffee, regular non-alcoholic beverages. It doesn't matter. It's modular beverage dispensing. And so the way our machines are designed is where you can go combine, a unit that has one screen or 25 screens in a row. It doesn't matter. It's all the same system. And it's all the same. Really, the facade is what it is. It's a facade. Whether I can put it, if this was just a wall, I could build them all in right here, or I could put them in a mobile shipping container. That doesn't matter. It doesn't change. The automation doesn't change. The software doesn't change. It's really just an expansion on itself.
What a great idea. I will say I just was at PIA, well, I guess it's Everbank Field now. I didn't see this. How do you find it?
We have 6 machines in Everbank right now. So there's one on the pool deck. There's 3 in the bud zone. There's one right out in front of gate 1 at Daly's Place. And there's one on section 430.
What's your current revenue right now?
Right now, last year we did, revenue-wise, we did $3 million, $2.8 million.
When you started?
We started out, our starting revenue?
When did you start at? What year?
Excuse me?
How long have you been in this?
2014 is when we were incorporated, but we launched our first venue in August of 2019.
So help me understand hardware as a service. That probably means that you have software, technical support people that go out to service the software side of the machine, as well as the components inside that actually are the dispensing part. How many people do you employ to do that, or do you contract that? Maybe a little, what's your employee base look like, and what's
We have 8 employees right now, full-time here in Jacksonville.
8?
8. So software-wise, we have a couple different things. We have a point-of-sale company we partnered with that have helped build our point-of-sale, proprietary point-of-sale software. So they're going to support that full-time on that side. So that's your whole interface and all of that side of it. Now, as far as the hardware side, we have somebody on call right now for all of our events on a regular basis. But as far as tech support out in the field, basically, if you can manage a Coke machine or a Pepsi machine, you can go work on a TendedBar machine.
Okay.
Everything is hot swap on the IT side, on the actual hardware side as well. So if a pump fails, I can swap it out. I don't have any programming to go with that in the field at all times. So we really took it on the foundation of we didn't create new things. We took a lot of existing things that other people perfected and put them into play into our system to where we could utilize those, and there were common parts that we could order at any time and get them within 24 hours.
And then my other question would be related to the cost of deploying these. If you're doing a leasing fee or a revenue share, what is somebody paying you to get this installed? And how do you handle that?
It depends on if you're getting it installed. Like the mobile units come ready to go, they're shipped there,
Okay.
and basically we hook them up. So that's ready to go. If it's a built-in unit, they're going to pay for the infrastructure. So they're going to pay for the facade and all that. We're going to supply the automation parts, but they're going to pay for the millwork, or for example, the one in Brightline has a marble facade, things like that. They're taking that on their CapEx.
Okay.
So right now on the larger units, about an 18-month ROI at a $5,500 a month. Thank you.